Let's make sure that you make money with XRP. I'm going to show you a metric that I think a lot of people look at just for fun because you see it all the time. It's how much do people have in their wallets and how many people have wallets of that size. But I'm going to show you how to use it to your advantage because this is what I do. One of the metrics I watch, not just for XRP, but for a lot of things, but we're going to focus on XRP. And that is exactly that, the wallets and what's in them. But how can you use it to your advantage? Okay. This is crypto for the rest of us. I do this 6 days a week, tip tool coin analysis. And then some days I do ICP, Hedera, XRP if they have interesting things. Before I get into it, at the end, I'm going to have a playlist. And that playlist has just XRP videos. I call it as I see it. Don't get angry with me. Just watch the videos because they explain things like the difference between Ripple and XRP. You've got to understand what you own before you buy it. Big dumb animals don't do what I do. Informational purposes only. Okay, this is October 10th. Let's take a look at, this was a post on Twitter. Actually, it was a while ago. It was August 25th. So a month and a half ago. And you'll see that this individual, actually credit where credit is due. Who is it? XRP Avengers. Their account on Twitter has a lot of cool stuff related to XRP. It said, hey, the average amount of XRP per wallet is 12,350 XRP. That's cool. So you can say to yourself, oh, well, how do I fare? Well, 12,350 XRP at 50 cents would mean you've invested current day's prices around 50 cents would be $6,000. As you scroll down, you can see the number of accounts. Let's start at the bottom. 1 million people, 0 to 20, 2 million, 20 to 500, 190. And it goes up and you can see kind of where you fit in. Okay, this is very interesting. Gives you an idea how many people have invested, how much do they hold, that sort of thing. Let's look at what you can do with that info. Seeing it static, meaning just today or on this particular date, isn't that helpful. What you want to be able to do is graph it over time. In my opinion, I'm going to put a link to this site down below. It's got great information, not just on XRP, but we're just going to look at XRP today because it allows you to take that information you just saw and look at it over time. If you've invested 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, whatever, well, there are people holding wallets with $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $10 million worth of XRP. I got to believe that those individuals may have information that we on the lower ends don't have, and they may actually have a direct line to people that work at Ripple. Remember, Ripple is a private company. Private. It's not public. They can tell you whatever they want because, again, it's not a private company. So they're just different rules, so to speak. Okay, so let's look at this, and we'll look at the top and the bottom because I want to show you two things that are going to help you determine when you want to sell your XRP, if you do. So these are the categories you just saw. For example, let's just pick 10,000 to 100,000 coins. Currently, that means you would have to have invested, if you just bought that today and you're in that range, somewhere between $5,000 and $50,000 worth. Decent investment. You can see here, there's on the side, the green is the XRP price. And right over here, you can see it's at 0.52, I believe. Then this orange line is showing you, and you can see over there, 11% of the XRP is held in wallets that hold between 10 and 100,000 coins. 10% of the people have that much. That's interesting. Now you might say, look, the number went up. They started tracking it back in 22. So let's look at it at its peak here. And oh my gosh, it's dived down. It started to come up. But we're looking at the difference between 11.35 and 11.65. So this drop was 0.3. Not huge. And now it's going up. People have been buying since July of 24 in this wallet range. Or they had a lot more and they sold it and they ended up in this wallet range. Okay, let's look at another range. We'll put two on the chart here. 100,000 to $1 million, $50,000 to $500,000 at today's prices. And you can see it went from a peak of 11.7 and it's now at 11.1. It dropped down and now it's starting to go back up. Going up is a good thing, assuming all wallet sizes are going up. So what am I trying to get at here? Now you can see just these two size wallets from 10,000 to $1 million hold 22%. All right, 23%. Let's say they hold almost a quarter of the XRP. That's interesting. We might want to watch what they do, but let's go down here and say Is that a billion? Nobody. Okay, is that 100 million to a billion? Well, they're not showing it. There you go. Well, it was at 20.6 and now it's at 15.5. It came down and went up. It came down and went up. Could be speculation. Let's grab another big size. That's 10 million to 100 million. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, let's take this one off. 10 million to 100 million. Down here, it was at 6.5% of the holders have that much. And now it's at, oh my goodness, 11.2. Okay. So during this time frame of April 23rd until now, let's take a look at that. Here's a chart on TradingView of April. Let's go back. April 23, March, April. It could have been anywhere from 0.4. Okay. So April, February, March, April of 23. You're looking at 0.4 to anywhere where it's spiked up here to 0.8, jostling around 0.55. Let's just say the majority of these people are at 0.5. That's good for everyone holding it. To think that there's a lot of large wallets out there holding a lot of XRP and they've been buying it up at 0.5 because that may be where you're at. You could be less. Congratulations. You could be more. Point is, that's a significant jump. 6 to 11.2. So I have different metrics that I watch for different crypto that I have because there's, some have total value locked, some have number of RWA assets that they've tokenized. You got to look at what metrics you need to apply to see, do they still have momentum? They're still doing well. But then let's look at those who own it and when do they potentially sell? This is a wallet range to keep an eye on. That's a significant amount. 10 million coins is going to cost you $5 million. And they went from 6% of the holders all the way up to 11.5. It's been increasing. It might start to drop. And when that starts to drop significantly, if other sizes, here's 1 million to 10 million. Now it had dropped and it's starting to go back up. Now this could be a number of things. It could be larger wallets that are selling, that sort of thing. But these two are on upward trajectories and they represent 1 million to 100 million coins. 100,000 started an upward trajectory just back in June. So we're looking at around this time frame. These were coming down. This one was going up. Now these two are going up. They're all on an uptrend. Okay, we're going to watch those. And what do they represent? 11, 6, and 11. Math. 22, 6.5, 28.5, plus a little more. Let's call it 29. Almost 30% of the XRP, almost, is represented in these wallets from 100,000 to 100 million. And they're all currently on an uptrend. Okay, let's watch and see what they do. That's a lot. If they start selling off and these start dropping, we might want to keep an eye on that. Of course, they could just be going into different wallet sizes, or they could be going into higher wallet sizes. It just means they're leaving this category. That's a metric to watch. Here's the second one I wanted to point out. This is on the same site. You can see here, green is the price of XRP. This is 22, 23. You can kind of squish it however you like. Let's see what this does. And here we've got, this is again, around the same time frame, April 23. You can see the price is over here, 0.5. The green is the price. So since 23, it's been bouncing around the same. But most importantly is this upper number, which is the total amount of XRP holders. Up. Little dip there. Up, 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 up. Okay, so where were we in April when these bigger wallets started going? We were around 4.6 million total holders. And now we're at, oh my gosh, 5.3. That's 700,000. So that's almost another million people. So if you have almost another million on 4 to 5, that's another million on 4. That's 25% gain. I'm doing, back of the napkin math. It's not perfect. You get the idea. So you're looking at potentially a 20% gain. That's significant. So here's the other one to watch. Wallets going up or are wallets going down? Particularly as we get into this run up. Let's watch the big boys because they're going to have or big girls, whatever. They're going to have information, I'm assuming, that we don't have. And they're going to start selling, I'm assuming, before the average people start selling. or the smaller holders start selling because they've got the information we don't have. So they're going to be more likely to get towards a peak. Now, and sometimes you might say, well, you can't really look at that because if you're talking about investors in certain coins, they might have a 10-cent coin and we're all in at $1. And if they sell at 2, well, they got a 20x. And if we sell at 2, it's just a 2x. So you can't really look at that because they might not be picking a peak. They're just choosing to get out. But the point here is back since 23, even 22, that's like 30 cents to 50 cents. So people back here and haven't gotten in. And look at the last run up. There's bag holders that have these prices. But even the last time it went down to 0.34, I thought there was 0.1 at one time. Maybe not, 0.3. So you've got 2 years of people accumulating, going from 4.2 to 5.2, a million more people accumulating at 50 cents. I would say that when it comes to XRP, most people are in the same boat. Now, there may be some gargantuan wallet holders that have been holding since August 20 at 0.2. But even then, $1, 0.2, they're doing a 5x, you're doing a 2x. In other words, their interests and their profit-taking levels are pretty well aligned to the average investor today in XRP. That's a good thing. That means that you can watch these larger wallets and their interests are aligned with your interests in terms of getting out before things might go the other direction. I'll put a link to this. Put this on your sheet. Personally, I believe that you should have multiple metrics that you watch and track and different sites that you go to for your different coins, depending upon what it is that's going to show when people want to start selling or if they're losing momentum. That's the tip for the day. Hope it was helpful. Have a great day and hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto.